Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and a new card making video. Today I am celebrating with Trinity Stamps. It's their holiday release today. There are so many good things in this release and we have a hop to celebrate right here on YouTube. Check out the description box below for all the details as well as our Instagram hop details. This is the Frostbite Cafe stamp and die set. I don't know why I want to call it Frosty, but it's adorable. I love all the penguins and the Igloo Cafe is so very cute. I think it's my favorite set from this release, so I had to use it on today's card. Another new product I'm using is the Snowflake Trio die set. I love snowflakes and they go with so many things. So having a go-to snowflake die set, I love. This is the mini winter greetings die set. The dies are going to cut out letters and a shadow layer to stick them onto. Then we have our frosty foiled flakes. I'm using all of these things from the release on my card today. I'm going to hot foil some snowflakes and die cut them out as well. Then I have the embossed edge hills and slopes die set. This cuts out 3 different sized or shaped really hills and 7 trees. This is the retro snowflake wrap 6x6 background stamp and I am using this. I stamped this out for the first time with some like teal ink, and when my stamp was still inky I stamped it a second time, and that's the one I'm going to use on today's card. So here's the first stamping with that teal ink, and then the one I'm actually going to use on the card is the lighter one, which at first I thought it didn't turn out great. I didn't like it. So I'm glad I saved it because it's the perfect background for my card today. So I trimmed this down to 5.5 inches squared, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Sea Breeze ink, which really goes with that teal ink now that it's lighter, and I'm going to do a little dusting with my blending buddy brush on 3 sides, and that's going to just really help this scene have that center highlight that draws your eye in. Now with the slope set, I'm using the just a little bit of a slope there, and both sides are the same, but one side of the die cuts with an embossed edge. So I'm going to use that one, and I am dusting that with some Sea Breeze ink as well. And then I'm going to add that to the card, and I can now just kind of move that around where I want because I cut the full die, 8.5 inches, and then I just picked the part that I liked and cut off the rest. You can see I even played around on the back of that stamp, on the back of that paper with that background stamp. So here's the 3 images I'm using. Now I stamped this out already for the sneak peek video for Trinity Stamps, as I'm on their design team and I created that video. So I saved them, of course, to make a card. So that's why they're already colored out. I just used some soft colors and had fun coloring those out. Honestly, they're so cute. So I'm taking the largest snowflake trio, the largest snowflake in the snowflake trio set, cutting out a window from my background, and then I'm going to lay that down onto a 6x6 piece of cardstock that is going to be, actually it's 5.5 squared piece of cardstock that'll be my card base. And then I was able to line that up with the snowflake I cut out, which I actually cut from white glitter paper, and it's going to be the background for this little shaker window that I'm making. So I covered my opening with a window sheet, and now I'm going to create a reservoir all the way around there of foam tape, and that's going to hold in my shaker bits. I love shaker cards and I like to play around with different ways to use them. So I thought making a little shaker window with a snowflake would be really fun. I'm going to create my own shaker mix. I have a variety here of Trinity Stamps embellishments that are confetti in the light pink, a sea foam, and a light kind of teal color. And then I have these stars, which are left over from the Halloween card making class, and I'm mixing all of that together. Then I'm treating my edge of my foam tape with some anti-static powder, and then I can take the backing off of my foam tape and insert my shaker bits. Now, I don't want to flip this over onto my card, so I am actually sticking down a second window sheet to trap all of that in place. Then it's going to be a lot easier for me to line this up with my snowflake than if I had shaker bits like kind of nestling on that card. So I added more foam tape around the edges, so this would be a nice even surface, and then a little glue around the window sheet because I already covered up the adhesive there, and stuck that down to my card base. And then I decided I wanted to stamp a sentiment on that snow panel, so I just laid out my stamped images again to eyeball where I wanted it to go, and then stamped that. Even though I had already stuck it down with foam tape, I was worried it was going to stamp wonky, but it didn't. I added my igloo with traditional glue and then foam squares for my two penguins. Now I am on to my sentiment. So I die cut the solid layers, like the shadow layer from pink cardstock, and then I'm stamping Friesen Season from that same white glitter cardstock, which I backed with our rip and stick sheets. And then I can easily peel those letters out and stick them down like a sticker, and I don't have to worry about using glue on the back of these letters. That rip and stick paper makes all the difference in putting these together. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't enjoy this die set as much. But the sticky on there, I love it. I love the look of these sentiments with the letters on the shadow layer. It's so cool. We had one out for Halloween as well, and I loved that one. So having this one for the holiday season is so fun. And there's a sentiment in here that says snowflake kisses. I think that's also very cute. So before I stick this down, I die cut out a second shadow layer from a really like bright, intense pink color, and I'm going to use that as like a little drop shadow for these sentiments. It just really helps them pop off the card, and then I can glue them in place. So Friesen is going in the upper left corner, and then I'll offset Season so it just slightly overlaps that snowflake window. And then I'm going to hot foil some snowflakes to kind of embellish this scene. This set has, I think, 14 snowflakes, if I remember right. I'm gonna hot foil 4 of them. I wasn't exactly sure which ones I wanted to use, so I'm using bright pink foil on white paper. I did tape those in place, and then while my I did that while my machine was heating up, and then it's time to hot foil. So that whole piece is going face down on my preheated Glimmer hot foil system. I put the plates on top, set my timer, which takes about a minute, and then I was able to remove that base, roll it through the die machine, and the pressure and the heat help to press that foil into the paper in the shape of the snowflake. So cool. I love hot foiling. And then there are coordinating dies to die cut these out. So I'll do that, and I decided on the 3 smallest snowflakes, and then I can just add those to my card. So you can see they're just going to go in and around, and that touch of bright pink foil is a really nice addition. I thought I needed a little bit more embellishment. Maybe I didn't, but I went for it anyway because there's kind of that really soft like seafoam green color in this, and so I brought out these minty little baubles here, and I'm gonna glue like I dumped the whole container into my tray because I want the tiny ones, and the tiny ones always like to sit in the bottom. So I dug those out and I added quite a few to this card. I just was having fun with it. I like these softer colors. It really has kind of that retro vibe like that background stamp, so I went for it. I just glued a bunch on there, and I thought it turned out pretty cute, and I didn't want to leave out the inside of the card, so I will die cut some more snowflakes for that. And I just wanted to remind you that this release is brand new in the shop today, so I will link the entire holiday release for you as one link. So you just click on that link, it's going to take you to the shop. You can see everything in the new release because there's so much good stuff. I mean, it's a big release. Holiday, Christmas, and things you can use any time of the year in this release also. And it's part of a hop, so make sure you check the description box for the details on the hop, and then you can hop along to the next designer in this hop and check out what they've made with the brand new release. That's always super fun. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!